Step by step, day by day. And Scott Stapp, that guy from Creed. Did you know that every Creed song was based on a hip of Step by Step? You probably didn't, so now shut up and learn. It's time for Step by Step.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Step by Step, the podcast, episode number 50. And I'm sure the first thing that you noticed is that we have a new theme song. You just heard it. To debut, to celebrate episode 50, we have a new song. We were tired of stealing the old one from Creed. We didn't get caught by copyright infringement lawyers yet, but I'm trying to stay one step ahead. And by the way, I'm Chris McCarthy, the host of Step by Step, the podcast, and my co-host is here in case you're wondering, did I fire him for episode 50? And I'm going to start fresh, just me.
You tried.
I did.
You sat me down.
Mm-hmm.
You said, we need to talk.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't working out.
Mm-hmm.
We're really, moving on to the next phase.
Yep.
And we don't think your services will be needed.
Yeah.
I said, who's we?
And then you blackmailed me.
Yeah.
Yeah. With some very incriminating photos.
Very incriminating photos. And then you tried to take them.
Yeah. I chased you around.
Yeah. Yep.
You were waving them over your head.
Sure was. Yep. Then I started holding them up in the air and you kept jumping at them.
Yeah. And you're just tall enough that I couldn't reach them.
That's right. Yeah.
And I said, fine, you could continue to be the co-host. And by the way, did I say your name?
You didn't.
What's your name?
Rob Haddon.
There he is.
And I got to say, I want to apologize to the fans. I know we have a new theme song. It's very exciting, but it's not Creed.
It's not Creed, but it's an homage.
Right.
We talk about Creed in the song. And by the way, that theme song was written, recorded, performed, all of those things, sent to me via email by one Mr. Julian Morena. And we're very happy. He's an old friend of the show. And but we're celebrating episode 50 with the new song. And we said, why not take it a step further? Let's get this guy, Julian, on the show.
I'm here.
Hi, Julian.
Hey, how's it going, you guys?
Oh, it's going great. Thanks for the song.
Yeah, it was so nice of you to do that for us. I mean, we've got some fans out there, and they haven't really contributed to the show the way you have. Just
Oh, I'm not a fan.
giving us a brain. Oh,
Well,
all right. Well,
sure, but we do appreciate the favor that you did.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't a wholehearted, complete favor. Chris, did you? We emailed a few times. Did you read all of the emails I sent you in their entirety?
I mean, I skimmed mostly. No,
No.
I didn't. I didn't read any of them.
Okay, so you didn't read my screenplay then?
Oh, definitely no. Then I saw you attach something, and then I didn't click on it, and then
I spent a lot of time on that.
What's the movie?
I've been
What's
waiting.
the screenplay?
I've been waiting for your feedback. It's called I've been waiting for your feedback.
Oh, interesting. Now I am intrigued.
yeah. What's that about?
It's in your inbox.
Give me the log line. What's it about?
It's here's my elevator pitch. It's a guy who has a couple of friends. He writes a song for their podcast. And then he gets invited to be on the podcast and he finds out they never read his emails.
That's what the movie's about?
Yes.
That sounds like a horrible film.
It does, but I'll make it. And you know what? I mean, we just did a show on Broadway, and that's the next step. I mean, I've never had a chance to greenlight anything, and I think this is my moment.
Okay, I guess we're in.
Well, that's great. Well, okay. Well, I'm glad I got a movie out of this. But also, the other thing that I sent you in those emails was a little contract. It's pretty standard for all songwriters and
you know
people
what?
they do business with.
Yeah,
You know what?
I did get that one. I remember opening it and signing it and returning it to you. But I definitely didn't read it.
What did you sign?
Oh, it was just a contract that Julian sent me for the song, for the services, and he was like, "Hey, man," or something. I don't know what he said because I didn't read the email. But I opened this document. It was a pretty long document, so I was like, "I'm not going to read this." It's like the Apple terms of service. You're not reading
it was really
that.
boring.
No.
So boring.
It was just kind of boilerplate stuff, like don't use this for any other purposes, kind of permissible
Right.
uses and things like that. And
Maybe
if the show starts to generate revenue, that like maybe a share of the earnings, which I mean we haven't discussed, but I'd be fine.
No. You're getting there. And it didn't, there was no if the show starts to generate revenue. It was,
Well, I mean, when? Yeah, when?
Right, you're right. When?
the language was, regardless of whether or not this show starts to generate revenue, you owe me $1,000 every time a listener clicks on your podcast.
Every time a listener clicks on the podcast now, I owe you $1,000. That's what I signed?
That's correct.
Oh, okay. Well, that changes a lot of things.
Chris,
Yeah. Okay.
this
Julian-
is becoming a pretty bad
Do you mind if we take a small sidebar here?
Yeah, but I mean, are you going to do it anyway?
We'll be right
Okay,
back to
fine.
talk
Do it.
about your whatever.
Hey, so this has happened before where you sign contracts.
No, this is my
Let 'em?
fault. This is totally my fault.
Oh, good. Okay, well-
no, I'm owning it.
Okay. And
But-
you're paying it.
No.
We're going to be hundreds of $1,000s in the hole.
This is
quickly.
bad news because people are starting to listen to this show.
Yeah.
So here's a new idea. What if we just change the entire goal of the show, which we were trying to get people to listen to it?
Yeah, we wanted those clicks.
We did. We desperately wanted those clicks. What if we just drive listeners away as quickly as possible so that no one wants to listen to the show? We'll keep doing it.
Oh, got it. Okay, so what's
But our goal, our
this show's
target
fun.
audience now is 0 people.
Yeah. I mean, we can make this podcast suck.
Yeah.
Let's make a bad podcast,
Why don't we? We have been making a very good podcast.
in my opinion.
So, new strategy: we make a bad podcast because otherwise we're going to owe Julian a lot of money.
Yeah.
So, but if no one listens to it, this piece of shit can't get a dime out of us,
Yeah.
and he can't hear us right now, right?
No.
Okay, good. See,
Yeah, he can't hear us.
Yeah,
All right, perfect. Okay.
I know one person who could turn this show around and really make people not want to hear it.
Who's that?
I've mentioned him on the show before. He's never been on, but my uncle Jeff.
Oh,
Yeah. So he's, just for some background for listeners who might not know, I've mentioned him before on the show. I've told a couple stories about my uncle Jeff. He's kind of a weirdo. He lives alone with a bunch of cats. He makes me go feed the cats while he goes gambling for months on end. In Atlantic City, he deals drugs. He took me to my senior prom dressed like a girl, all sorts of stuff, weird stuff. He's going to, if we could get him on the phone or something, he will drive listeners away for sure. Like,
we gonna give him a call, or
I could text him. Let me text him.
you think you want to do this show?
I don't know, but I'll text him.
Okay.
Okay, let's see here. Starting text. Dear Uncle Jeff, do you have any interest in being on my podcast? Oh, okay. He got back to me right away. That's cool. He's busy.
He's busy.
Yeah, he says, I have other plans tonight. Sorry.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Hey, I do have a guy.
Hey, boys! This the Ponce de Leon bathhouse.
Wait, hold on. Who is this who just walked in and sat down next to Julian and picked up a microphone?
Christopher, what are you doing in them fancy telephone boxes?
Uncle Jeff? Is that you?
This dude is your Uncle Jeff.
Yeah, wait, why is he in your house? He just told me he was busy 1 second ago.
He thinks my house is the Ponce de Leon bathhouse.
I mean, it's not.
What would lead him to believe your house is the Ponce de Leon bathhouse?
A lot of dicks and a lot of fog.
What are you doing in Atlanta? Because I didn't say this before, but Julian is coming to us remotely right now from Atlanta.
Yeah.
Uncle Jeff doesn't live in Atlanta. What are you doing in Atlanta?
I see you to see your prom. After that, I went into a deep spiral of depression. I wandered down I-95 all the way through the Great Appalachian Trail. I came here in Atlanta, and I went down Ponce de Leon Avenue bathhouse. Been living here ever since.
Wow.
You've been making your way down to Atlanta for 16 years?
I
mean,
ain't
also-
got no fancy GPS, kid.
That's also not true. I saw him last week.
Yeah. Wait, I thought you lived around here. Wait, so
Oh,
you've been down there and making Chris go feed your cats while you're not even having an intention of coming back?
It's a life lesson, son. A life lesson here for Christopher. He doesn't know how to take that responsibility for all them cats and titties.
Yeah, he tells me that a lot.
Cats and titties?
Yeah.
It's like when I got him his first issue of Priest Illustrated.
That he did do that too. He got me a subscription to a magazine called Priest Illustrated, which actually it turned out to just be drawings that he made of priests.
Oh,
Did your parents ever try to get you into art school like I did?
My Uncle Jeff's, he's got a weird kind of mix of accents.
it's very Appalachian.
I've been all over up and down I-95.
We're not sure where he's from. He likes to say he's from I-95.
Somewhere
Between Maine and Miami.
Yes.
Somewhere, I got a little bit of crabs.
Well, okay, so now,
I feel
Rob,
like we're on a roll now.
yeah, this is actually very good because he, like, if he keeps talking about his STDs and his crabs and other weird bodily things that I'm sure he's going to keep doing that, people are gonna hate that.
Oh yeah.
Wait, why do you guys want people to hate your stuff?
Oh. No reason.
No reason, Julian, but I forgot Julian could hear us this time. So Julian, just ignore that, and I guess we'll just continue with the episode as planned. Really, really weird coincidence that my Uncle Jeff is in your apartment, but it's a happy accident. Let's call it that. And so thanks, Julian, for joining us. Thanks, I guess, Uncle Jeff, for joining us on this episode.
Pistachio, asshole.
All I caught there was pistachio asshole.
Same. Julian, did you catch that one?
Yeah, he said, "Screw you, pistachio asshole."
Oh, okay. So we weren't
I
far
didn't
off.
really miss it. No. So anyway, one thing we promise though to the listeners is that we stick to the script, right? We are
Yes.
still going to go through. Uncle Jeff is here. That's great. Julian is here. That's great.
Yeah.
And we still need to do the whole step-by-step thing.
We do. We have to talk about Step and we have to talk about Step. So we're going to talk about season 3, episode 2 of Step by Step tonight, called The Apartment. And we're going to also talk about an Art of Anarchy song, which was Julian's request because he loves them. Right?
Who?
Oh, Art of Anarchy, the band that Scott Stapp is in?
Fart of Anarchy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, but that's why. Yes, Fart of Anarchy, one of Julian's favorite bands. We're going to talk about a song that they wrote called Echo of a Scream, and that is about the episode. So it's 50 episodes in. I neglected to intro what the premise of this podcast is, which is that Scott Stapp wrote all of his songs about step by step. You should know this by now. If you don't know it, we're going to tell you, but hopefully you're not even listening. Right? Hopefully.
No, yeah.
Hopefully I'm talking to no one by
No
this
clicks.
point. Right.
0 clicks.
Okay. And
Wait,
oh shit.
what do you guys are confusing the shit out of me.
Wait, hang on.
Like I thought we were trying to do this podcast so that other people could listen to this.
Yeah, don't worry
There's a
about
lot
it,
of
Julian.
people in the
You know?
public that want to know about my anus abscess.
Yeah, exactly. That's good. Stuff like that.
Yeah, that's more of that, Uncle Jeff. That's
Yeah.
what we.
So
that's
we're
it.
you know what? We're gonna get to that and more after this short break.
Okay.
Step by step.
Tracy's sister is going to France for 3 months, and she has this apartment that's going to be vacant. And you want to house it? Yes. No. But Mom, I am sorry, you're not moving into your own apartment. But Mom, this house is really crowded, and I'm almost 18 years old. I need my privacy.
All right, that was a clip from Step by Step, season 3, episode 2, The Apartment. And it's the one where Dana moves out of the house briefly to apartment sit for people who are not there.
17 years old. She's not a baby anymore.
No, she's flying the coop, as they say. And Julian, I assume you watched this episode because we talked about you doing that. But Uncle Jeff, I don't suppose you happened to see this episode of Step by Step recently?
I happened to be behind this boy right here, and I saw that he was watching something, so I said, that looks interesting.
Oh, Julian, did you know that was happening? Did you know he was behind you?
Yeah, I knew he was here. I couldn't get him to leave. He really loves Step by Step.
Oh, okay.
How long has he been there?
2 weeks.
I just like the view.
Oh, so when you said this guy is here and I don't know who he is, he's been there for 2 weeks and you never bothered to even ask who he was.
I mean, I asked him. I knew his name was Jeff.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
know his first name was Uncle.
I
That's
see.
what they call me.
That is true, by the way, that he is my Uncle Jeff, but his first name is Uncle.
Right.
Christopher, you're just jealous. Coming soon to a podcast near you. Abscess Cast with Uncle Jeff. I tell you about all my anus abscess from the taint to the balls to the almonds.
The taint to the balls to the almonds?
What are the almonds in this scenario, if I may? Is that what you call your nipples?
I call them almonds.
Okay, yeah. Now he's grabbing them. You can't see this at home, but
So, Uncle Jeff, I have a question for you because you're an interesting character, and this show we just watched is about Dana leaving the house a little too young, and I just have a feeling maybe you have been on your own quite some time. When did you first move out of your parents' house?
They kicked me out. They threw a typewriter at my head.
how old were you when they threw that typewriter at your head? This would be my grandparents, right?
These would be your grandparents.
Yeah, right. So then, yeah. When did Papa do that to you?
He threw a fucking typewriter.
Yeah, no, I got that. How old were you?
41.
Oh, they kicked you out of the house at 41.
I had at least 250. It's not the same in those days.
I forgot about that. Uncle Jeff lived at home for a very long time. He only recently got this apartment that I have to go feed the cats at.
Right, that he doesn't stay at because he's been living down in Atlanta since your senior prom.
Apparently. That was news to me.
Don't forget, Garfield gets an extra calamari piece.
I mean, I'd love to get back to your abscess cast in a little while, but we should talk about this episode. So we found out Dana left home. She's living in this apartment, and Carol didn't want that to be the case. Carol was trying to convince her to stay because she's like, you're not old enough to be out on your own. And then she just says, okay, do it. So Dana leaves. And everyone's like, oh, Dana, you're going to be lonely without your family. And she's like, no, who needs my family? They're jerks.
And Cody comes and like gives her like a going away present of a plant that he keeps in his van. And it's literally like a 10-minute thing of him talking to a plant.
Yeah.
And we actually paused it just to see like how much time was left because there's no way he could have been talking to it for that long, but he was.
There was a scene in the middle that was very long where Cody talks to a plant for a while. And Julian, you must have noticed that one, right?
I did see that.
I was a plant, and I was next to that girl. Man, I would wonder if I was vascular or non-vascular.
Okay. I don't know what that means at all.
Are you guys sure you want him on this show? I can probably get him out of my apartment.
No, I think this is exactly what our listeners want to hear.
Yes, this is. Yes.
He's bumming me out. He smells bad, too.
What does he smell like?
It's hard to say. Have you ever been to the Ponce de Leon bathhouse?
Oh, I have not. No, Rob, have you?
I can't say that I have.
Okay, no. So we're not sure what that smells like, but
You want to smell some Uncle Jeff, do you? 2 words. Herbal teabag.
That doesn't sound so bad.
it doesn't smell bad.
It's not accurate at all.
It's an
That's not
action
accurate.
verb. It's a noun, and in some places of town, it's probably an adjective.
Oh, he's talking about teabagging, I think. Somewhere.
Yeah, but like with herbs.
And on the other side of the pond, we call it Earl Grey.
On the other side of the pond.
The other side of the pond.
Like London?
Do you get to London often?
Other side of the pond. Are you talking
yeah,
about London?
I wander down there too, and I'm not hitching 95 for some hoochie bombers.
You head over to London when you're not hitching down 95 for some hoochie?
Uncle Jeff has an Uncle Jeff Express cruise boat.
Whoa, how long does that take?
I don't know. Uncle Jeff's not into time.
You're not into time.
No, I just look at the sun like Mick Dundee.
Who's Mick Dundee?
Oh, Julian.
Well, his simple son is Crocodile Dundee.
Julian, you don't even know what you just started. This guy, Uncle Jeff, is obsessed with Crocodile Dundee.
Jesus.
If you just open the door, he talks about, and if I'm not mistaken, Uncle Jeff, you love the third one, Crocodile Dundee in Los Angeles.
That's the best one. He's in traffic so long. It's your classic fish out of, or I'm sorry, it's a crocodile out of water story.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
and he says that joke every time. And Julian, you actually have to laugh now.
Ah.
Good, yeah, see.
Oh, good. He bought
That's one of the things. Like, if you don't laugh at that, specifically that joke, all hell breaks loose. Like, if you thought scrubbing litter boxes was bad.
You don't know what the old Paul Hogan special is like.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what he calls it, the Paul Hogan special. I mean, I guess I could get into what the Paul Hogan special is, but it's basically he makes you watch a Paul Hogan movie marathon.
Not just the Crocodile Dundee films. Anything Paul Hogan's been in.
Anything Paul Hogan's been
Subaru
in.
Outback commercials.
Correct. As well as what he thinks Paul Hogan's favorite movies might be.
Oh.
Yeah. And that runs the gamut. They're mostly actually gay pornos.
I mean, from what I know about your Uncle Jeff, and no offense, Uncle Jeff, but that's your jam, right?
Crocodile buns on me.
That's one of them.
Whoa.
So wait, Paul Hogan is only really interested in crocodile-based pornography?
Gay pornography.
Yeah, crocodile-based gay pornography.
Yes, according to my uncle. But so, and you almost had a podcast about Crocodile Dundee, right, Uncle Jeff?
I did it, but we spent too much time on the second Crocodile Dundee and not nearly enough on Crocodile Dundee in Los Angeles, Crocodile Dundee on Mars, Crocodile Dundee finds...
That's a
Wait,
great one.
are these fan-based screenplays you've written?
Crocodile Dundee teams up with Jeff Dunham.
Are you... I'm
That
sorry,
one-
Uncle Jeff, are you in a fan fiction?
We acted out here at the bathhouse. What do you think we're doing here? I don't know what else goes on here. You ready? I'm Jeff Dunham, which
Jeff
makes
Dunham?
you
Crocodile Dundee.
Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah.
Now, why don't you put a shrimp on my Barbie?
And now I need to. What I'm doing with your shrimp and your Barbie?
That boomerang ain't going to come back, but it's going to come twice.
Oh no, I don't like the sound of
Yeah,
that.
see, they're doing a scene right now.
It sounds pornographic.
Well, it is.
He said that boomerang's not going to come back. It's going to come twice.
Don't you appreciate fine writing?
Wait, were you Jeff Dunham or my Jeff Dunham?
I believe, Uncle Jeff, I think you were Jeff Dunham, but you said the Dundee line. Listen, it doesn't matter.
One of
It's
you is
not
going
a
to put their
real-
hand in the other and make him talk like a puppet. So
It's not a real movie. We're losing sight of that. This is a movie my Uncle Jeff made up.
No, I understand this.
Okay. All right. So we can get back to that in a little while, maybe. But
We better.
for now, let's finish talking about this episode of Step by Step where Dana moves out.
Yeah, so she's in the apartment and she starts to get a little lonely. She's going into a little dark place.
Yeah, she enters the Dana Dark Place,
The DDP.
otherwise known as the DDP, and she's at first she's like, "I'm not going to be lonely. That's impossible." And then 5 minutes later, she is unbearably lonely and starts talking to the plant, Cody's plant.
It progresses way too fast. You think like she would like go get a bunch of booze, maybe throw a party, pig out.
Yeah.
No, she's just like sitting alone in this apartment, just eating like cup of soup.
Right. So what happens is she starts inviting people over for reasons that, they don't need to be there. So she invites Cody over and what's his name? Frank. To fix something. And then they show up and they're like, "Oh, this is not broken. You don't need to fix this." And she's like, "Please stay anyway." And Frank now gets what's going on. Frank has a heart-to-heart with her and says, "Listen, it's okay to be lonely. It's okay to want to be with your parents and your siblings, even though, you make fun of them all the time and act like you're too good for us. It's okay." The end.
Yeah, they go home.
They go home.
And then the side plot is Frank bought a big screen TV for the bedroom, and that's Carol hates it. The end.
Yep. That's basically the side plot, right, guys?
That is the side plot.
I only saw a TV like that once in Nam.
You saw that nice of a TV in Nam? It was
You saw-
1994 when that TV was made.
You saw big screen TV in Vietnam?
Oh wait, were you in Vietnam in like the mid to late 90s?
I was working on a TV mine. We had to manufacture prop TVs.
Did you make that TV?
It's not impossible like the Sasquatch.
Hey, can Chris and I have a sidebar real quick? A quick sidebar. I'm just gonna.
I don't understand why anybody wants to listen to you guys have sidebars all the time, but go on.
Okay, but Julia, shut up.
Okay.
So first of all, I think
I'm a little worried about this.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
And your Uncle Jeff is a complete psycho. He just said he was mining TVs in Vietnam.
Yep.
And I honestly, I think it's too good.
I think this is actually really good.
It's too good.
I'm a little concerned that this is not only good, I think this might blow up.
This might be the best episode we've ever made.
This might be the best episode of a podcast anyone's ever made.
Yeah.
Not to toot our own horns,
No.
but hey, toot toot.
Yeah.
This is fucking good. And that's going.
Hashtag toot toot. This is fucking good.
Yeah. this is going against our idea, which was to make a bad episode. Even with Uncle Jeff, we can't make a bad episode.
No, the guy's gold. I don't know what he's saying half the time, but I love it.
I'm afraid that this is going to get so many downloads, Julian is going to fucking be never having to work again.
But listen, look, he only gets 2,000 per click. If this blows up and we get 1 million clicks and we actually get ads, we might be able to offset that. No, that's
going to be way too many. Yeah, no, we do. Yeah, because honestly, nothing would make me more miserable than Julian having success.
Oh, yeah, completely. I don't even know him that well, and I have a voodoo doll of him that I poke every single night.
I know you do. I know. You talk about it a lot. Point being, this dude's a fucking hack, right?
Yeah.
Like, we could all agree on that.
Yeah.
You and me.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I won't tell him to his face.
No, I would never say it to his face. Okay, but let's get back to the podcast. So, hey, Julian, you can't hear us, right?
No, but look, I need you guys to take this whole thing really seriously because I really need that money. Did you guys notice how many songs I covered in your intro?
Yeah.
Yeah, I covered a lot of songs. I'm going to have to pay for all the rights. So I really need people to click on this.
Oh my God.
What songs would you say that covered?
In the middle of the 30-second intro, I heard all of Hey Jude.
Oh, you're right. That was in there. I was like, oh, that's weird.
Very quiet, but it's there.
It's like a backing track.
Yeah, and now we owe royalties on Hey Jude to the Beatles.
I can't afford Hey Jude. I can afford Yellow Submarine, but I don't have Hey Jude.
Oh, no. Well, because that's Ringo.
Yeah.
But McCartney?
No.
You kidding me?
No.
I got that kind of
I can afford
scratch.
Imagine. Sure. Lennon's dead. He can't come after me.
Oh,
for his
no.
money.
Those songs are free. But Hey Jude?
No.
Yeah, we got problems. So, okay.
All right. Boy, you know what? Hey Jude, let's make it bad.
Oh, yes. Now I like this. Now I'm sensing a parody, but we can't use it because
Hey Jude, we don't have Hey Jude money.
right. Uncle Jeff, you did a whole bunch of Beatles parodies, right, in your day?
Back when I was in the mines in Vietnam, every Thursday at Whip Point, we'd have to do all of Magical Mystery Tour, or else the sergeant came by and burned our tits off.
Wait, hold on. You were in the mines and there were military personnel?
It doesn't make sense.
All right.
Yeah. I'm not sure this
I don't
happened.
know why I'm trying to piece this together.
No, I know. I think what happens is he goes on these long diatribes about dreams he had, but he thinks they happened in real life.
It was no Magical Mystery Tour on that bus. There were giant prop TVs everywhere.
Right. So that he thinks that actually happened. I'm not going to tell him otherwise.
I can't tell him it didn't, and I won't tell him he didn't.
Oh, no. People have tried to tell him it didn't happen.
And what happened to them?
They end up scrubbing his litter box.
Oh.
Strangers. Total strangers. He makes them go to his apartment and clean his cat's shit.
He did cry when he saw my TV, though.
Oh, you have a flashback?
I'm having one right now. Your song reminds me of the first time I pulled out of your mother. Son.
I'm your son?
Oh, wait.
Hold on a second.
Holy shit, this turned into Maury.
Wait a minute.
Oh, my God.
Hold on.
What?
So, Uncle Jeff, wait, this would explain why he's been hanging around your apartment so much and doesn't want you to know why. You've been waiting for the right moment to tell Julian this?
Right after I got out of Vietnam, and I was carrying the giant prop TV every time, and I was like, whatever you do, don't jizz in the empty space, don't jizz. But it's almost like trying not to think of a gray elephant. You just jizzed everywhere. 9 months later, you come along, and then I run out the door.
I was born in Vietnam.
Could have been Laos.
Laos. Who's my mom?
Could have been
Who's
the
my
airport.
real
I don't
mom?
know. It's details, man. It was the 70s of 94.
94?
I don't know.
He thinks,
I'm 23 years old?
Julian, he thinks 94 happened in the 70s.
I'm really
I've
lost.
tried to tell him it's not the case, but...
I only know Olympic years, son.
So wait, so what does this make... Julian, you and me are related now.
Yeah, we're cousins, dude.
Are we cousins?
Are you psyched? Are you
Oh,
psyched?
wow. This may change our plan. Like, if I'm related to Julian now...
Yeah, do you really have to pay him?
Yeah, you don't have to pay... That's a law, right?
You have to pay family members back?
No, you don't.
No, yeah, absolutely not.
Isn't that a law?
No, that's not a law.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
well.
Jesus.
All right, so why don't we take a quick sidebar? That was just a bombshell revelation we had on Step by Step. And now this is a problem because now people are going to want to tune in for this family drama.
I know.
All right, so when we come back, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have more Julian, who is now my cousin, I guess. More Uncle Jeff. More Rob, more Chris, and then we're going to talk about the Art of Anarchy song, Echo of a Scream.
Step by step.
Blurred out vision, losing premonition of the day I knew would come. Souls gone missing, gave up on the wishing when I killed the servant son.
Okay, welcome back to episode 50 of Step by Step, the big 5-0, Rob.
Oh boy, it's been a doozy.
It has almost too much of a doozy, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right, so, but a little treat for your ears just now was Art of Anarchy, Echo of a Scream. And that song was written by Scott Stapp himself about this episode of Step by Step, where Dana moves out of the house. Of course it was. And you want to know about the lyrics? Because I'm going to tell you. So here they are. Echo of a Scream by Art of Anarchy. Blurred out vision, a losing premonition of the day I knew would come, souls gone missing. Gave up on the wishin' when I killed the seventh son. Heart racing, just don't know what I'm chasing. Lights are fading, and I'm just imitating. The man they want me to be landed in the fire of the sinners and the liars and a burned out history. Lost, I can't make out a sound, no rhythm in a dying dream. Lost and I'll never be found, I'm just an echo of a scream. Okay, those are the lyrics. I mean, if this is not about Dana,
I mean,
then nothing is.
I thought Carol too.
Oh, sure, of course.
Yeah,
well, yeah.
So, I mean, the beginning here, right? Blurred out vision, a lost premonition of the day I knew would come. Souls gone missing. I mean, right there, that's Carol basically being like, I knew the day was going to come when she was going to move out. Just wasn't really ready for it. And then Soul's
Yes.
gone missing. Dana's gone.
Dana's gone. She's gone. Well, she's not missing, but yeah, it's a metaphor.
Well, yeah.
Right, Julian?
Yes.
What do you think of this song? And give me your honest opinion as a musician.
Well, I think he employs the tactics of lyrical repetition to drive home the fact that Dana just feels like a husk of her former self, an echo, if you will, of what she used to be, because she's in a cavernous apartment. So when she talks, she can hear herself, echo.
Right.
And then she goes back home and there's lots of people and the sound doesn't bounce as well. The acoustics in the house aren't as great. And she's no longer an echo. That's my professional musician's summary.
The
Cool.
plants are like a womb.
Hold on. We'll get to you in a second, Uncle Jeff. Julian, can I have a quick sidebar with Rob?
God damn it. Yeah.
Okay. That was horrible, what he just said.
Yeah.
So off base.
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about.
Talking about fucking professional music bullshit.
Yeah, like what even was that?
Has he even
That was
ever made
nonsense.
a song?
That was nonsense. I'm starting to think no. Like you, Rob, had it nailed right away, but
Yeah,
of course you
course.
did, right? But then what Julian said?
Repetition? Is that what he said?
I guess, I don't know. At some point he was just talking and I was like, oh God, what
I
is this
zoned out.
bullshit? Yeah. Oh boy. All right. Yeah. So sidebar over. Hey, Julian, what's up, man?
Hey guys, I'm really glad you're back. While you were gone, I figured that since this is going so well that I should stop doing a character and just talk like my real voice.
Oh no.
God.
Julian, this is your real voice.
Thanks for being so good and so comfortable. You made me feel at home, so I can talk like this now.
I don't know what's worse.
People usually don't like the way my voice sounds.
He sounds like he's going to hurt himself.
I think he sounds constipated or something. I'm not really sure.
No,
So-
it's just the way I sound.
So when you do your other voice that you were doing, that must be excruciatingly painful for you.
It's a character.
That's a character.
I had to practice for years.
Wow. Can you just switch it on and off like that? Let me hear the other one now.
Yeah, I can do that.
Oh, wow.
When he says he practiced it for years, I have a feeling he means like speech therapy.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, that's correct.
Oh, he can hear us.
I do a lot of therapy. It costs a lot of money. That's why I need all the clicks for my
Oh,
speech
boy.
therapy. debt.
Well, this actually, now I'm thinking this might be good because no one's going to want to listen to that.
No.
And then
What
that
the hell, you
combined,
guys? What?
that combined with Uncle Jeff.
My accent's always changing. I've lived in so many places.
Daddy Jeff, this makes sense now.
This makes sense of why I left you over that doorstop where you had to go in the witness relocation.
Oh my God.
And now we're both constipated. Pull my finger and see what happens.
No.
I feel like we should just let this play out. I don't really
I'm
know.
not going to interfere with
Yeah,
this.
no.
Just see where it goes, and then eventually we'll just stop the podcast.
This is just one bombshell after another. Uncle Jeff is Julian's dad. Julian is a character who's actually this extremely nerdy dweeb
Who's constipated?
who's constipated. And then, oh my God. So now what? Hold on. So what is the plan now? Are you just going to be this character or this your real self now forever?
I'm really offended that you're calling my real self a character.
No, I know. I don't know how I could have done that.
I don't know, but to tell you the truth, I didn't think this through very much, so I don't know where we're going with it.
I feel like we're stuck in it now, though.
I don't know. I do need all those clicks, though.
Let me just tell you about my anus abscess. The 3 things of things stuck in my ass right now.
This actually makes a lot of sense because
They sound a lot more alike now
Yeah.
than they did before.
wow. So maybe we should just wrap up the show because we did talk about the song enough.
Yeah, I think we nailed it.
Yeah, I think we did. Except, well, Julian's character, he got it wrong.
Oh yeah. Well,
But-
not everyone gets it.
Not everyone gets it, but you got it. I got it. Uncle Jeff, I'm sure, got it.
And look, a lot of the lyrics also converge with the episode. I mean, read it on your own time, and for those of you who've been listening long enough, you'll get it.
Yeah, and hopefully no one's listening
Well, yes.
because I definitely don't want to pay.
I don't want
this
to pay any
version
money.
of Julian.
No.
What? I need the clicks. Hey,
Oh,
everybody.
I forgot
when
he
you're
can hear
done-
us. We forgot to do a sidebar.
I'm not afraid of this version of Julian.
When you're done listening, make sure you refresh your page so it starts playing again. I need
Oh, no.
that money.
Oh God,
We're trying to put up a badminton set in our house. Son, play badminton with me. You never hit the shuttlecock anymore.
You know what I love about your Uncle Jeff is I never know what he's going to say, and then I never know what he just said.
That's the beauty of Uncle Jeff.
Yeah.
You know what I think we should do? We're going to close this down, but I think we should end the show with one of Uncle Jeff's patented Crocodile Dundee scenes. His Crocodile Dundee fan fiction, which if you call it fan fiction, by the way, he will correct you and he says he calls it fan fact because he's making it.
Well, yeah.
So, Uncle Jeff, do you want to do a scene really quick from one of your Dundee sequels?
How many times have I waited for you to ask me that?
I know.
MJ, Mick, Crocodile Dundee, flying on his spaceship, has to get it, shoot the laser, through a hole no bigger than 2 meters wide to blow up the Death Star.
Yeah, okay. I remember this one.
Shoots the boomerang, it goes down the chute, about to blow up the Death Star, but it comes back to him.
Oh, so he just puts Crocodile Dundee in other movies.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Except for the Jeff Dunham one. That's original. Okay, so who's playing who in this scene?
Jeff Dunham is playing Princess Leia, Larry the Cable Guy is Han Solo.
Oh, so he just picks shitty.
He loves blue collar comedy.
Oh, okay. That
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense with his
Right.
accent.
Yeah, it does.
Or when his accent sounds like that.
Special appearance by Bill Engvall as Yoda.
Can I please be Bill Engvall?
Sure, Christopher, come on. But you
Okay,
gotta take
cool.
your shirt off.
Okay. Yep, that's the rule. By the way, for all of these, by the way, we all have to take our shirts off. This is part of the rules of Uncle Jeff's
I'm surprised.
screenplays.
Yeah, I mean, he thinks he's at a bathhouse, so it's not that surprising.
All right, so I'm going to be Bill Engvall as Yoda. Julian, you are Larry the Cable Guy as Darth Vader, I believe.
And am I Jeff Dunham?
You're Jeff Dunham as Princess Leia.
Got it.
And Uncle Jeff, you are Mick Dundee.
Good day, mate. Throw another shrimp on the barbie for you.
We don't call them Barbies down here. We call them BBQs.
Why do you have barbecue on the island of Tatooine?
I don't know. Ask Bill Engvall Yoda.
It's a good thing I have scripts here, Rob. Here's take one.
Oh, thanks.
Yoda throws another shrimp on the barbecue. He looks up at Darth Vader. Of course we have barbecue. Your sign here is.
Hey, it's me, Jeff Dunham, as Princess Leia. Why is that written in the script?
I don't know.
Darth Vader, you're our only hope.
Dundee takes out a boomerang and cuts Vader's nuts off.
And then it says he licks his almonds.
Oh no, I know what that means.
I don't know where the almonds are on Darth Vader. He's got all that armor and shit.
Sounds like a long scene of just someone taking off their armor.
Yeah, this goes on for a few pages, I'm noticing.
Get her done.
The end. That was the whole movie?
The end with the question mark.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I forgot the question mark. All right, give ourselves a round of applause. That was a great performance. Yeah.
That was great, Danny Jeff.
Good day, mate.
Okay, so to summarize episode 50 of Step by Step,
Good luck.
Julian created a new theme song for us. He's charging us royalties, $1,000 per click going forward. Rob, you and I tried to do a bad episode of the podcast. We have failed. I'm just going to say it. This was excellent.
Yeah.
Then my Uncle Jeff showed up.
After turning us down.
After turning us down, he shows up. He's already at Julian's house. Turns out he's actually Julian's dad, making Julian my cousin. Julian, it turns out, is doing a character. And the voice that we thought was Julian is not. And he's actually very closely sounding like my Uncle Jeff, which is strange. And then we read some Crocodile Dundee fan fiction that my Uncle Jeff wrote.
That he calls fan fact.
That he calls fan fact. That incorporates all of the blue collar comedy comedians.
Except Ron White was missing.
I did notice that Ron White was missing.
And Jeff Foxworthy.
He's in the
that's
sequel.
right. Yeah.
Jeff Foxworthy plays the Black Ghostbuster.
I'm sure his fans would actually think that should be something that happens, but
We don't
let's
have
neither
time
here
for
nor
that
there.
one, Uncle Jeff. No, we're not going to. We're maybe next time, Uncle Jeff. All right. So, and we talked about the episode of Step by Step where Data moves out and this Art of Anarchy song, Echo of a Scream, which is about that episode. And I think we very clearly described both of those things. You know, we're 50 episodes in now, and we're just getting more and more into Step by Step and Creed, I'm noticing.
Deeper and deeper, and it becomes more and more the focal point of every episode.
It's almost like every episode is just getting laser focused on Step by Step and Creed.
Before you know it, we won't have time for anything else.
But I guess that does it for episode 50. Unfortunately, I think we're going to owe Julian a lot of money. I don't think there's any way around it.
You're good for it.
All right, Julian, we're going to work out the details of this at a later date and maybe in court. I don't know. We'll see. But that sounds good to you?
Don't take too long. I need that money.
Oh, you're back in character, I noticed.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I think that's a safe bet.
I think people take me more seriously this way.
I'll take over your debt if you clean out my cat box.
Wait a minute, Uncle Jeff, I don't suppose that this voice you've been doing is a character, is it?
This is my real voice, Christopher. You should know that.
Did you hear what he just said?
What's that?
He said he'll take over your debt if you clean out his cat box.
Oh, wait a minute.
It's true. You're still family, all three of yous. Rob, fuck you.
Hey, if you clear out Chris's debt, I consider that helping me, so I'll take it.
Oh, okay. So all I have to do is clean the cat box one time?
I gotta tell you, it's no easy feat. The fat one, her name is Garfield. She shit out an entire Civil War chess set. I can't tell Robert E. Lee from the Rook.
Okay, yeah, this is going to be a messy cat box. That's what I'm getting from that. I agree to that. So, cool.
All right, well,
That's
debt
why
free.
clean.
Moving on.
All right, very nice. Thanks, Uncle Jeff, for that, and also for being on the show. It's been nice to have you on, I think.
I'll see you on Kwanzaa.
Yes, he thinks every Saturday is Kwanzaa.
That's interesting.
All right, well, thanks for listening to episode 50. We'll be back in 2 weeks with 51.
That's right.
How about that? So until next time, I'm Chris McCarthy,
I'm Rob Haddon,
and we will tell you that we can't stop.
and we won't stop.
Have a good night, everybody. Take care. Peace and love. Bye.
Or we've done
Step by step.